to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
Brings up second down at the 25-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the run, watch the run. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill.
Henry running right. Space to maneuver at the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line.
Check 37, check 37. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Kill, kill, kill. Let's go.
Derrick Henry. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Chopper, chopper. Check 3. Shift, shift.
Mariota gives to Henry. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Where are they, team?
66.
Brings
up 3rd and 5.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 10. Check 25-yard line.
Check 3. 22-jet bombers. 22-jet bombers. Regular. 5. 59. Mike's 59. Too little, Pep.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Foxtrot. 59, Mike to 59. Here we go.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down.
Go, go. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Everyone, 30 seconds.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 24 yards.
And the Bills first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
With the score, Bills 7, Titans 3.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 49, check 49, check 49. 56, 56. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. All day. Hey, tight. Part 9, Mike, part 9. Hey, get. Hey, high 7.
Allen. That ball complete to Isabella. A big play here for the Bills. 43 yards. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
I love it. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Pass.
Johnson. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football, and that really hurts you as an offense.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
You better be afraid of me. Chance. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Hey, Zoo.
Check safety.
Five.
Looking to throw on second down. Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And 7.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down.
Alpha.
Let's get off the field. 49.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. To return is McKenzie. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Ty Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Tannehill. And he's going to go down again. Ed Oliver in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
49-yard line.
Mike's 59.
I got it. Hey, tight. 56.
Mike 5'9". Watch the run. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Switch.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Andy Isabella was the intended target. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
You're not ready.
Hey, Sam off. Dude.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Flushed out right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Switch gears.
Greystone, travel. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
To throw is Tannehill. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, 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 hey.
Mike's 49.
Ready?
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Check 6 guys.
Alert, alert, alert.
Deuce, 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 deuce.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
319.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
It's a pickup of 3.
Now Allen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked.
91.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Able to get there and pick it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Check. Fresno, on 52. Fresno. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Check 13. Alert. Check 13. Sponge. Alert. Sponge. No.
On first down, it's Johnson. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
You ain't got nothing. Hey, alert 3. No. Half.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Check. 59. Watch the pass. Here we go. Middle. Twist.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 26-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I got it.
Now the ball comes loose. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Protein spill.
A final shot before half for Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Half 85.
Watch the edge.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Check 59.
Hey, orbit.
59, right to 59.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, home.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. He finds his man Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. A dime look defensively here for the Titans on third.
Let's get this.
Smooth.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Mike's back now.
From the gun, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They'll get 34 yards there. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Half 85.
I got you.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know it.
Derrick Henry all alone. The 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Just like that. Shoot. Tighten up.
Topper.
Jim. Take four.
Here's Johnson. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Mike 319.
Right there in the middle. 55. Okay, double up.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
At the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Allen. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Middle. 5 wide. Regular.
Operating from the gun, Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Tannehill on first down. Got a man. It's Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
That's another Titans first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Go.
On first and 10, Tannehill. It's caught by Davis. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
Bills 30, Titans 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Allen. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Kevin Byard. Johnson was the intended receiver. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Rush in! Rush Leo!
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Big stop, let's go.
Throwing on 2nd down. Tannehill. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jordan Phillips in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
Big X3, 218, chopper. Get it.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't. Especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
56. Alert!
59's mark. Check, 59.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Allen now looks to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bills on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
And we're going 37's the Mike. Mike 37. I got you. I got you. And we're going 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
And we're going 37.
Allen maybe with a free play. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for this with Singletary. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Boom! Yeah, baby!
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. From just shy of midfield, Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Hey, let's get in that hole. Hey, tight. Middle. Hey, Delta. I'm coming after you.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 60 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st down, Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And down inside the 15 he goes. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
On the ready. 49, guys. Mike, 49. I'm here all day. 80 weapon. Step.
Again, Tannehill. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this third down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Completes it to Davis. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
That's another Titans first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
49 to Mike.
One last shot now for Mariota. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Extra point try now for Suckup. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Next to score, Bills 30, Titans 24.
So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Check. Lucky.
On first down, it's Johnson. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for Buffalo, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.